Hello everyone. Hope everyone's doing great for them this weekend, and we'll have a great weekend. I bring to you Obito Uchiha SHFiguarts. Before we get into the video, I want to say thank you for watching these videos. I always feel like I sound annoying, and I don't want to give that YouTuber voice like, "Hello guys." Oh wait, no, I don't know I don't know what I just did there. But anyways, I hope everyone enjoys these videos, and hopefully, I make them informative enough to where maybe if you're thinking about getting a figure, I convinced you or whatever the case may be. But just love toys and wanna put out my reviews and kind of see where it goes. So yeah, back to the Obito. This is the SHFiguarts Obito Uchiha, and this was released last year. I'm not too sure when. I think it was middle of last year of 2023. I can't remember. And I don't know why I thought this was an exclusive. So I don't know why I thought this was from Comic Con or whatever. There maybe might have been a Comic Con exclusive version, but I honestly can't remember. But yeah, so Obito is one of my favorite characters in Naruto. I think maybe before Madara, Jiraiya, and of course Naruto. But yeah, let's get straight to the figure. This is the front of the box. Looks real nice. I like how almost all of the Naruto figures are giving this kind of splash, quick, not stencil. What's the word? Pressured. Oh man, I honestly can't remember what this is called. Is a very old Japanese ink to it, or art style to it. Going to the side, this is the side of the box. See him with his mask. Oh man, if they make a 10-tailed Jinchuriki Obito, for sure. I think they have. I think they have. I'll have to look that up. I can't remember at the top of my head. This is the back. This figure does come with a alternate face plate for Naruto, and that is when he enters the Sage mode. I didn't grab Sage mode Naruto, unfortunately. I didn't think, or I didn't know if I should, but honestly, in my opinion, I don't think I'm missing out on anything, so I just left it at that. I do have Kid Naruto though. This side, yeah. So bottom. So we'll crack this bad boy open and see what we got. So straight off with the accessories, we see him with the chain. This is I think the item or the weapon that Madara uses, and I mean Obito uses it in the show, but we can already see on the right side him using his pole, or the it's been a while since I've remembered or forgot what these are called, but things that he shoots out of his hands and they act like poles. But yeah, I'm very interested to see if this is metal. Sounds like it, but I could be wrong. So put this to the side and bring out Obito. So I can angle it just right there. I know this was about to drop. So we got Obito, the figure. We have some hands on the sides here, and then we have alternate faces there. Yeah, so we'll do it one by one. We will set this right here and start grabbing them. Better yet, I'm going to display this and kind of make it easier for me to grab it. Alrighty, starting off with the faces, here we go. We see his more, I guess, mad face here. Nothing really too interesting. It's kind of a face you would put when he's, lunging at Kakashi or whatever ninja. But yeah, real simple. Nice paint. Here we have his smirking, grinning face. This is where he's about to get serious. So he's about to whip out some finishing moves and, cause some great destruction on the Shinobi War. Innocent casualty lives. And this one's cool. This one's the where he does the fireball jutsu. And I was looking through some of the hands, and this is a real nice face at the end. If they had released an Obito figure, they should have released a this expression. So I'm glad they did. So yeah, and I'm noticing, I kind of wish what they started doing the indented, or not indented, but the shading lines for the faces, just the way they are doing with the Dragon Ball. I think it would have been really good in this situation. But yeah, I mean, we can still see it, but in certain angles where the white is kind of reflecting off or the light is reflecting on the skin, it just blends in and doesn't look like it has any. So yeah. And lastly, if anyone was interested in the Naruto face, that's how he looks. I mean, super simple. This is his Sage Mode face. But yeah, it's interesting. He has whiskers. And lastly, for faces, we have his. Oh man, what's this face called? I know it represents the Rasengan face, but could be, or the eyes, could be wrong. But this is so cool. I don't know why I thought this was be just the head, but it's with the neck as well. And yeah, he's some good motion there, kind of where he's lunging towards whatever opponent he is lunging at. So moving on to the hands, we have his kind of a I want to say his like lunging. I've been using lunging a lot, but that's what these practically are, where he's grabbing towards someone. So maybe he grabs someone's arm or neck, whatever it is. But yeah, I don't want to speak too long on these hands because I mean they're just as bare bones as you can get. His pointing hands, maybe he's pointing at someone, telling him, you're finished, or blaming Kakashi for killing May. I can't remember her name, but killing her off. So yeah, I think this is kind of an homage to where every time they start a fight, they do this, they signal, kind of getting ready to fight with an opponent. So, or whenever they're training with Kakashi and Obito with Minato. A lot of O's, and then his holding his weapon hands. These don't open up, so you'll have to slide the weapon in, or the pole, slide it in. Yeah. Oh, forgot to mention this one. This is his I think you pronounce it katon hands, where he does his fireball jutsu. In every video, I'm always dropping something. Dang it. Okay. I need to get that one thing that I recommended, or not recommended, but told, where it was like a stick and they just added sticky tack on the very end. So I definitely need to get that. This could be his 1,000 years of pain pose. So who knows? We'll have to see. Forgot to mention, so the face on him is just a regular poker face. Nothing, showing no expressions. So it's a nice variety of faces that we're given with this figure. Okay, so here we are back. Now, first impressions, changing out some of the parts of his head, installing the chain, which I'm happy to say it's metal. So it's metal. Now that is prone to bending, so be very careful. And I can kind of see this piece right there. It's a little bent, but no worries. I mean, it's going to be behind him anyways. But installing those pieces at the chain itself, so it installs, they're like little pegs, and they install in the back of the weapon itself, and just like a little bitty peg. But this piece here, that's right there, it goes underneath his arm. Now, the only way you can access that is to move the arm backwards and kind of move it towards a little bit facing up, and you're able to access it. But if you have thicker fingers, I do say be wary. You're not going to break it or anything. Just, I want to say maybe use a tweezers with, tweezers at the very, with tape at the very end, so you can get a hold and you don't scratch anything. And you can just get it on there. But even then, I have little bitty hands or little smaller hands and fingers. And it was kind of difficult for me to get that piece in there. So be, cautious doing that. But going around, moving him around, he has, joints that we are familiar with. His head, his neck. I think those are a little bit more different. But his arms, especially, we've seen before, where it's the the single joint elbows, and his toes are very much similar to how the other Naruto figures are. And yeah, but we'll take a closer look. His head though doesn't move a lot. That's as much as he can move, and it's not too bad. But I mean, just like I said before, his head moves that much. His arms don't move that much either up. Interestingly enough, they move that much. They move that much. He does have bicep swivel, so no worries there. Same thing on this side, bicep swivel. He has somewhat of a variation of the I want to say butterfly joints. This side is a lot more difficult because of this piece right here. You can't really get it up as much, but this one you can definitely move around. Does have elbow joint there, and he does have interchangeable. I didn't know this was ever a katana. I don't remember it being in the shape of that. That it was just one pole, but meh, it's fine. And does have wrist rotation, and also has a hinge so you can move it. There are certain hands that have different molds, so do be wary of that. It's not gonna they're all not gonna fit the same, but because they serve a different purpose, so do be aware of that. He has that much rotation on the torso. Abs, not that much. Probably it's a good amount you can get. Turning him around back though, these are separate pieces, so that's very nice. You can definitely have him doing the splits if you ever need him to. He spread his legs around, but it is kind of difficult because of the plastic. It's not that easy. His legs does have, let me see, these double jointed. Yeah, they are double jointed knees. He does have thigh swivel there. He has a swivel there in his knee, ankles, rockers. He also has extra movement on the top of his ankle, so that's real nice. So you get more like an extra movement for him and his toes. So yeah, pretty neat. I will I don't know if I'll show him with different faces and kind of, I mean, these are the same hands, but I kind of alternate each one, so I'll step aside and do that. All right, here we go. We have his just alternate hands. We have his pointer finger hand, and kind of give him a maniacal laughing kind of pose here. And I'm having troubles with the hands itself, but it could be just his figure. Honestly, this is just like I said before, now I'll say it again, no figures are always going to be the same. Something's always going to be different. Just it's kind of the gamble sometimes, but it's not super bad. Yeah, it's changing the headpiece though is a little bit tricky. So the way you do it is you take the headpiece off there, kind of have to, and I think it works best if you pop the head off, and from here you just slide it out. So it is kind of weird because normally it's not like this, but I think it's gives much more range for the moving the head around. So yeah, we'll add some more, do some more accessories, or put some different hands on him and faces. See where we go with the end of the video. Alrighty, and lastly, I think it would be a really good notable finish. Oops, is this fireball stance or effects, or not effects, his hands and his face. I just don't know what the right words to say. Yeah, this here's kind of difficult to put on because you have to really get this figured out. Want to close up those arms, but once you do, it's honestly super easy putting them in. At least mine, at least for these hands, they snapped on pretty easy. And tricky part is to find the right pose for him. And yeah, I mean, I think one thing that he could have benefited from this is a fireball effect. That would have been the cherry on top. And honestly, they could have just left the face of Naruto. I honestly don't think they needed to add that in. They should have added it with something else. But it is what it is. They made it. I bought it. And here we have them. So, and I do know Naruto. I do know that Tamashii Nations do come out with, or they do come out with effects for certain characters. I know Luffy, it wasn't particularly Luffy effect or for Gear 5, but there was some smoked effect that they did, and honestly, it would look really good with Gear 5 Luffy. So yeah, end of the video. My conclusion. Honestly, I think this is a really good grab. They still have it in stock on BBTS for $70, I believe, and it's been in stock ever since. So if you ever want to wait on this figure until it goes on sale, do so. But if you don't, this is a good figure to have. It has what I would consider an aura that most figures don't get. It's a what would you call it? When he stands there, he's standing there, and it's menacing. So I definitely need to get Madara, and have them stand side by side. It'd be such a cool display piece. And yeah, I want to say I think it's been really good for the Naruto line. I think there has been a little bit of hiccups here and there, in my opinion, with some of the joints, but I think this is a really solid one. I do recommend though maybe putting in a Ziploc bag, and if you're, I think I recommend this with every toy that you're having issues with. I just cracked my knuckles if you're wondering. Didn't mean to do that. But if you have a figure that has stiff joints, get a Ziploc bag, put that figure in there, tighten it up, make sure there's no air in there, suck out all the air, and yeah, put it in warm to a little bit above warm temperature water. I want to say put it on low heat, and yeah, it has to feel maybe like it's in a hot tub, not where it's boiling water, not where it's hot water, but between hot and warm. And just leave it in there for 20 seconds. Let it cool down for maybe 2-3 seconds, and then move the joints, not aggressively, but softly, and make sure the plastics very moves very good. So yeah, if you like this video, if you like this review, please do leave a subscribe, drop a like, leave a comment if you have this figure already. I don't have enough space on my shelves anymore, so I am waiting just to display him, and I kind of have a Naruto Naruto space full of my full of the characters. So yeah, see you later and enjoy the weekend.